Get that shit out of us. Make him away, guys.
Have a seat.
Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. And then we let you be the judge, the jury, and the executioner in the court of public opinion. Coming to you live from the Lincoln Lodge in Neo Chicago. I am Officer Kevin.
And I'm Officer Grant. You know that intro bit never stops being funny. It never stops being funny. We come in, we start getting immediately violent. Everybody gets terrified.
Yeah.
And each time we just heighten it.
Yeah, I was picking up some weird vibes from the room when I was...
Oh, yeah, no, that felt terrible.
Yeah. I felt like Fred Durst break stuff. Well, we're so happy to be back here at the Lincoln Lodge, and I'm sure that everybody else here is too.
Full house.
Whoa! Hey, full house, everybody. Full house. And feel free to have your I was going to say have your way with. Help yourself to some cookies. Help yourself to some cookies. We got some delicious cookies here baked by one of our guests here on the show. And guess what? We got two guests, if you couldn't already tell. If you're here in the room with me, you can obviously see them. I've got Martin Felshman and Brandon Kirkman. How the hell are you?
I'm just glad to represent Chicago's mid-tier comics that are kind of forgotten. Remembered sometimes. They're like, oh, hey, that guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I saw you at an open mic once, I think.
Yeah. What was it, that the Pressure Thursday Hotspot one? Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So,
Nice plug, Brandon.
thank you. Yeah, every Tuesday, the Hotspot Pressure open mic. Check it out. It's a good time.
So these delicious cookies were made by our dear friend Martin over here. And then you guys are the hosts of a podcast of your own. You're 2/3 of Podzooky.
That's right. We'd like to take a moment of silence for our third co-host, Luke Flip. The new Evangelion movie came out, and he cummed himself to death. So
Oh my God.
Rest in peace.
he said it was so good, and then he came 5 gallons. So
Too many best girls on that show. Am I right, folks?
Don't
I guess there's no girl bosses in the audience. Wow.
Yeah.
There's only one best girl on that show, and it's Shinji, and you know it.
Yeah, for being a little bitch.
I was doing sarcasm. I was being a character.
You're trying that out now?
Yeah.
I like it.
Speaking of liking things,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we doing here?
I don't fucking know, man. Where'd the doc go? This is what people don't know.
Dude,
I don't have a Google Doc in front of me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I think I'm directionally dyslexic because I still don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, no.
I've gotten no better.
You were supposed to get here early and practice this time.
I got here early and fucking
There's a lot going
set
on.
everything up, okay? I worked my hands to the bone.
There's a pandemic happening. We have a million excuses. But yeah, we're so happy to be back. I think I've said that 5 times now.
Who's not been to a live Thought Cops experience show before? I can't see anybody
Experience
right now.
show.
So it's no point in raising.
I'm seeing about 500-600 hands going up in the audience.
I wanted to take a second real quick to say I'm happy to be back.
Back where?
I don't know, man.
Like on the show or just doing.
This is a disaster.
It's just cognitive dissonance. That's all I have.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, you've been doing live comedy since
Yeah, it's
things happened.
Yeah, since like June we came back at Pressure, and then I started doing some more other shows. I was at that Madison Comedy Week for that festival that was like 2 weeks ago. It was pretty fun. The pandemic, it's still going. People pretending that it's not. It's getting worse, and we'll probably be in lockdown again soon. I think the Lambda variant will come by, probably kill a good portion of us, and eventually the economy will collapse, and finally the apocalypse can start, and cockroaches can take over as the dominant species, and I'll finally be happy because I think bugs are pretty cool.
Did you bring in some positive energy for the audience?
I'm also happy to be here, I guess.
Hey! We're all happy to be here. How about that?
I think that's a positive thing, though.
What?
No.
Bugs taking over humanity, that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be eating bugs and not showering.
I think bugs should be eating us.
They do.
It's going to be one way or the other. Let's be real.
More people should die by bugs, in my opinion.
Die by bugs. Death by bugs, folks.
Well, that's the wheel. Where the fuck is the wheel?
Oh, did you
Christ.
forget the wheel?
I don't know. Whatever.
Fuck. Anyway, let's get on to a very famous, very favorite segment of the show called 2 Minutes of Hate. Did I scare you?
No.
Where we like to blanket punish all the annoying random crap that we see on the internet every single day of our lives because, hey, I'm on my phone every day. I don't know about you guys, but I do be looking in there quite often. So my 2 minutes of hate this week is cross-platform text reactions. No, maybe we have an example pulled up here, possibly.
Oh, yeah. No, I got it.
So we had a little group chat going for the show. You know, where, believe it or not, we had some level of preparation for this.
A lot of great bits going on in there.
Yeah,
This is a well-oiled machine.
you guys are gonna fucking shit your pants when you see this.
You won't even believe. I just gotta drag this to the right side of the screen. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah!
wow!
If I did it right, I should be able to hit the right arrow button and it'll go to the next one. I'm not gonna do it yet, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying if I prepped correctly.
Waiting on bated breath. So this is a text conversation that we had planning for the show. If you look close, you can probably see all sorts of hilarious conversations kind of happening there. This is what happens when 4 comedians talk. It's nonstop bits and laughs, folks.
It's hilarious.
And this was us planning for the show. And so if you guys are familiar with like text reactions, if you hold down, I think it might only be on iPhones.
I think it is.
And Brandon's texting us right now, reacting to things.
Quick here.
But you can react to things on your phone where it's like you get a little heart or an exclamation mark or a ha-ha if something really makes you laugh. So this is me sending the plan for the show. And, you know, we can see that there. And then, Grant, if you want to, let's see if this works. Hit next. Oh!
Look at that. It's a monstrosity.
You can see Martin was given his okay on this plan by hitting the love react, which me and you are iPhone users. You got an Android or whatever.
Pixel 4, baby.
Pixel 4. Grant, what are you tapping on these days?
The Pixel 4a.
Is that better or worse?
It's worse.
Oh,
The A stands for ass.
bougie.
Yeah.
So because we're not all iPhone users in the chat, you can see some green bubbles, of course, and a little embarrassing. But Martin hit, he put a heart on my message. And then I get this big fucking wall of text sent back to me where it's the same thing I said, where it's Martin loved, quote, hey, so for the live show, yada, 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 yada. And then he loved the next one. Sweet. If you guys want to show up at 6:30, which again, we couldn't do that either.
No,
That'd be pretty good. So then, yeah, if you want to go to the next one here, this is Brandon. I reacted a heart. He said perfect timing. And then he said, love, perfect timing. Sent from iPhone on CTA. Thanks for supporting public transit. And don't forget to download the Venture app, which, of course, I got to give that a ha-ha. That's just too cute.
Thank you.
I gotta say though, this is bad enough in isolation, but I have like a group text for work that is all this. Every single fucking text message on my phone looks like this. It's just one message and then 4 people responding to it with the same message, and you just get garbage piled on top of garbage, piled on top of garbage.
Really says a lot about society, somehow.
Listen, man, I'm gonna paint my face and cry.
I know you're joking, Bill. I get it. So this is like, I'm afraid to even react to things anymore. I'm afraid to have emotions because I don't know who, if I'm in a group text with somebody, I'm going to be sending this. It's like when you're playing Tetris and you knock out like 10 lines in once, and then they just send all those big gray blocks crashing on the other player. That's what I feel like I'm doing, and I'm not playing Tetris. I'm just trying to have a conversation with my friends. So,
real quick, knocking out 10 lines at once, was that a comedian bathroom?
but this is a family-friendly show. This is the 7 p.m. show, not the 11 p.m. show.
That's for all the comics waiting to do an open mic after this. So
Yeah, they'll have a line ready for you.
Thank you.
Anyway, to punish this, I guess, I'm going to say, if this is the way it's got to be, we don't get to have emotions anymore. We cannot, if we can't express ourselves via the simple hold down and hit a reaction, then I guess we just can't express ourselves at all. So until they fix this problem, because I don't think that it should be, it's segregation in a way, like,
Right, this is segregation. Great example.
Hear me out.
Good metaphor.
Hear me out. It's segregation in a way for those who don't have the Apple products made by Mr. Jobs.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace. What happened to him? He really fell off.
Well, I think he got too smelly and he died from his own stink.
Oh, that's true.
It's really because he tried to cure cancer with fruit.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
The only thing I will always give him props for is when he got arrested for trying to bring ninja stars to the airport. That is pretty cool.
That is awesome, actually.
Look it up.
God bless him.
So you have a punishment for...
I just said we don't get to have emotions anymore. That's
okay.
I'm fucking done.
Easier done than said.
Show us up. No, I'm just kidding. Who wants to go first? 2 minutes of hate. Brandon or Martin?
I got one loaded up because real quick, who loves and also completely hates like leftist Twitter and like going through all the fun developments and seeing all the wacky memes we get from all of our Marxist anarchist friends?
Brandon, I'm going to just go on record and say I love to see and I hate to see it.
Okay, so this is going to be a real deep rabbit hole. I hope we're all ready for this. Is anyone familiar with Lulu Boo? No. Okay, I get to talk about this.
First off, I can't wait until everybody laughs at all the relevant jokes, but I'm excited to hear what you have to say about
here's
this.
the great thing. You don't know any like shit about them. They're really popular on Twitter. Like, I think they were up to like 500K like followers. And they would like retweet all these memes that were pretty funny, talk about how there needs to be more like female representation in the video game industry, talk about how they had a job at Capcom. I would see their tweets all the time, but someone always felt kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then Spanish Twitter found out.
Spanish Twitter always finds out.
Spanish Twitter found out that this person was posing to be a former employee of Capcom. And here's the list of things that they lied about. Being Japanese, being a Capcom employee, having free keys of games and never delivering them, stealing money from a homeless person to buy video games, mentally and emotionally abused countless people, swindled people for free art and games. It continues. Forcing herself into workplaces only to dash once she left or she felt exhausted and useless. Befriended high-profile people to use as an asset for clout. Attempted to persuade friends into fighting. Made advances at vulnerable LGBTQ persons, and then also got like people to submit photos of themselves that were underage, which is child pornography. I just think it's always funny to me of like there's like this sixth sense I have for just like complete bullshit on Twitter. And it's like never trust anyone that gets famous and does anything. They're just all evil. As simple as that.
Because I actually am also familiar with this account. It's one of these things where it was billed as this like kind of big project or something. This like bin. I'm like, what does this person do? Like, what is this? And then for years I'm like, I don't know what this is. Maybe they're just embezzling money. Maybe they're lying about, what was that, Brandon? Lying about fighting a homeless person?
No, they didn't lie about that. They had a friend that was homeless at the time that they took money from to buy video games.
Oh, okay.
What game?
Yeah, what game?
Relevant information.
Let's throw one out there that's like a fun one. Let's say God of War 3. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
The reason I wanted to mention this because there's one fact that made me laugh so hard that I couldn't resist and let one off in the office, which is always a big no-no. But they claimed to sell a banana farm that they inherited to buy another mansion to impress people.
I mean, who hasn't like been there? You know,
Like, is this part of what is known as the greater irony Twitter of like, hey guys, I'm joking. Like, no, it's like it's serious. This is like a serious thing.
Yeah.
it's like some gamer account.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is all gamers are evil and they should be put to death.
Okay, is that your punishment there?
No, that would be a joy for it to come true.
Yeah.
I think the true punishment was just for these people to honestly have to be themselves on any media or platform. Like that's punishment in itself. I get like social anxiety, but like the thing I always think about is like if you make a complete fake persona online and you like post to be that, like, let's say VTubers are popular, pretend to be an anime girl online. My first impulse would be to like say hamburger funny and then make it into a huge meme. I don't know why, like, when people get an anonymous identity, their first thing is like, I need to steal from a homeless person and then try to have everyone beat each other up.
I like how leave it to Spanish Twitter to find out if somebody's lying about being Japanese.
Yeah. They were on a Discord and they were famous for when they were in Spain stealing people's art and doing the same thing. This is like the third time they've done this. It's just this time they got super popular.
I feel like people that are very popular online are all sociopaths.
Absolutely.
You know,
it's like wanting to be the president. You know?
Right. I'm sitting here at like 1,000 Twitter followers. And it's just like I'm.
Well, you
I'm
pause for did you pause for the applause there?
No.
1,000.
This is me being modest. This is me being modest. I'm sitting at like 1,000. I'm the most sane Twitter user out there. You know, probably Brandon has less than 1,000. He's probably more sane than me. No, because I'm thinking about it.
This is an important thing I do want to bring up. I've had 948 followers for 3 months. And we can just get me to 1,000 so easily.
Everybody pull out your phones.
We have 600 in the audience. I just need about
He's actually-
1/10 of them to follow me right now.
He's actually hemorrhaging followers in real time.
Yeah. Yeah, if they could actually see me doing the show right now, I think I'd be like 1 follower right now. My mom follows me. It wouldn't be her.
Yeah, she said, Brandon, I did not like that 2 minutes of hate.
Yeah. It should be more accepting of others. Is what we say secretly to each other, but we don't believe it.
No.
So, Brandon, do you have a punishment or like was that death?
Yeah, my punishment was they just actually have to be themselves online.
Okay.
No lies, no
Yeah.
facades.
You don't get to have a cute anime girl avatar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fate worse than death.
It is
Yeah.
a fate word. You know,
Just
truly.
put your own face.
Speaking of a fate worse than death, Martin, what have you got for us? 2 minutes of hate. What's bothering you, my man?
But I always feel real bad about this because I don't feel like I'm a naturally hateful person, and I can never come up with anything clever.
Because you're healthy. That's
It's all
why.
jokes.
that's
We're
not-
doing this ironically. It's satire.
I'm very bad at jokes. Then I'm so sorry.
No. It's like you don't spend your time looking at this filth, the same filth that we all see all the time, perhaps.
Yeah, you're healthier
Yeah.
than us.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
You're taking care. You're doing self-care.
I also wouldn't say that.
Well, Martin, is there anything that is bothering you in any way? It doesn't even have to be the internet. Say,
No, I've got one.
Okay, go off.
I live in a 6-unit apartment building. All of my neighbors fucking suck. Who doesn't hate rude neighbors?
Does anyone fucking like them? I don't love them.
Just quick small examples from the last year. My upstairs neighbors flooded my kitchen because they just left their sink running overnight. I don't know where they went, but we had to call our landlord to like come in from across town to kick down their door and then turn it off.
Jesus.
I got an hour of sleep last night because I don't know if they were fighting or making love or making fight love, but they were just very loud last night.
Little column A, little column B.
That happens.
And punishment for that, I think they have to move to an apartment building where they have a more assertive neighbor who will tell them to stop.
Are you talking about the fabled Sigma neighbor?
I've heard legends.
Yeah. They go their own way, baby.
Yeah.
As one does.
I like that, Martin. Simple, to the point, and very honest as well. I'm scared to ask, Grant. What have you got for us?
Oh, I spent all day thinking about what I could hate on.
I think you spend all day, every day, thinking of this.
Yeah, and I couldn't come up with one that was like, I think, funny. So I'm gonna start screaming about scientific literacy. Why can't people do it? You know, show of hands, who's had to take like at least a college course or at least a community college course or like a class in high school where you had to like read a scientific paper and there were like facts and information on a study and you had to like go through it and like actually read the details and like the methodology and all this shit and like then you had to write a paper on it.
So waiting for that show of hands, by the way. Okay, there they are. There's a lot.
Great. And you had to like write a paper on it, and if you didn't do a good job of reading it, the teacher gave you an F.
Big red F with a big circle around it.
Yeah, and
See
you
me
felt
after
bad
class.
about yourself, and then hopefully you did better next time. There should be an equivalent of that for posting online. because this is negatively affecting me. It's negatively affecting all of us. Look, we're all wearing fucking masks in here, sort of. Most of us have. Like, we all have to wear masks. We all have to go through pandemic part 2 because there's people online that are like, actually, the vaccine is bad for you. Look at this study. And like, they'll read a sentence from the study that says, this does this. However, and they just forget the fucking however part. How do you forget the however part? A professor or a teacher would look at you and be like, you didn't read the thing, did you? You used the Spark Note on this, didn't you? You made a whole ass TikTok video saying, oh, actually, masks cause cancer, and nobody said that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes. It makes me angry. It's not funny.
Well, I mean,
It makes me angry. I know this is a comedy show.
did you consider that COVID-19 is actually a bunch of tiny little worms, but the only way to grab them is with horse medicine?
Oh, I heard that's true, Brandon. Actually, I'm trusting that at face value. I'm not going to ask any questions. Well, I'm in, you know.
And the problem is that like doctors fucking do research on this shit, and they'll be like, oh, is there actually any merit to what people are saying about this like horse tranquilizer shit or horse dewormer shit? Is there any truth to what's the other one?
Well, if you got worms, you're in
The
love.
hydroxydeoxys Pokemon guy, like people were using that to cure COVID, and it's like, yeah, scientists will do studies on things and look into things and do like double-blind studies and shit like that, and people will read it and be like, oh yeah, I'll just shove a horse dewormer up my ass, and this will cure my, like, the vaccine's gonna fucking kill me, but I'm gonna put a thing in my body that's meant for horses.
Is it really up your ass?
I don't know how
I
people
hope so.
do.
Grant,
You apply directly to the forehead.
if the saying is to be believed, if I want to be as healthy as a horse, I need the horse medicine.
Goddamn,
He's got a good
right.
point.
You're right. And I feel like on this show, if anybody hasn't listened to the show, I feel like I've talked about this with statistics before too, where it's like you take a statistics class, like if you misread a statistic or a methodology, you get a big fucking F, and you go, hey, do the paper again, do it right this time, and
What on earth
I'm
was
so
that?
angry. I'm so angry.
You turned into Danny DeVito a little bit there, thanks.
Mr. Krabs.
I wish I could turn into Danny DeVito.
Don't we all?
I wanted to give a solution real quick if the audience will
Yeah.
quick. I think that in America right now, we've had a degradation of our values. We used to be families that would live together, love together and learn. And I don't see that anymore. Nobody's interested in marriage, or nobody's interested in the fact that God wants us to be polygamous. So I wanted to know tonight, if everybody would listen to me, if you would all be interested in marrying everybody right now in the audience together in one big polygamy cult. I have the rings. Martin's an officiant. We can make this happen. It is legally binding.
Yes.
Is this why you were late?
I'm going to assume yes.
He said, I'm going to be late to the show, but don't worry, it's for a good reason. This is why.
Well,
I wanted to get spider rings because the god I worship is Lilith, the spider queen from the Underdark. And I thought they'd be out here by now, but they weren't. This is not going to pick up on the show probably either.
No.
But
We'll use camera audio.
yeah, we'll have Zwig redub you.
tell Zwig also you can marry me if he wants.
Okay, well, you heard it here.
I guess that's the solution to my problem of people not reading scientific studies critically. Is now everyone in this room is married.
Didn't see that coming.
Only on podcasts,
gotta be honest.
folks.
Didn't see that coming. Also, shout out to Zwig. He could not be here tonight. We're so sad.
Fuck Zwig.
Whoa, hey!
Whoa!
Hey, we all want to fuck Swick, okay?
Yeah.
Calm down.
And now,
buddy.
if he just joins my cult, he can get it every night from Daddy.
So it looks
I'm
like
Daddy, by the way.
what's
I get
this?
to be Daddy.
We're being
Brandon, weird daddy.
Sorry,
we're being hijacked.
Whoa, hey.
We're being hijacked by the TikTok account of Grimes. Again, this keeps happening at our live shows. I can't believe that this keeps happening, that Grimes keeps showing up at our live shows to peddle our shitty TikTok videos. But let's all take a look at what Grimes is
Let's hear her out, okay?
message for.
Yeah.
Reaching store paper.
Is he hot or is he simply my bitch?
Can we give a shout out to Cromartie High School real quick too? One of the best anime mangas ever made. Audience, we're married now. You have to do what Daddy wants.
Yes.
Look at how many rings I have. I could own you and I could sell you.
You're like Thanos.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I'm simply speechless.
Right.
Wow. How about shout out to Grimes?
Real
How
quick,
about that?
is I keep hearing rumors that Grimes smells. Does anybody know if this is true?
Yeah, she
Smells.
smells like coins or something.
Fact.
Is that fact?
Fact.
Smells like copper pennies.
Yes.
Nice.
Can we get a Snopes check?
What happened to Snopes?
That really fell off.
Yeah.
Anyway. What the fuck, man? If you haven't listened to Thought Cops before,
Don't.
I feel like it's about to become one of our famous Lost episodes.
every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories and we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and quite often unusual punishment. So,
This ring doesn't fit my fat fingers.
oh my gosh. Let's maybe figure this out after the show.
Hurts.
I would like. We're talking. Okay, I don't know if I can get through this with a straight face.
Is this the
No, number 3.
Okay.
Show of hands. Do we have any gamers here in the crowd tonight? Anyone? Be honest. You can say it.
Are you ready? Do I hold this up?
Let me just preface this for a second, okay? So, I love me a good wacky crossover event. I love Smash Brothers. I love when they reveal the new characters. Like, oh my gosh, the Banjo-Kazooie's in Smash Brothers. I've been waiting for this since I was 8 years old. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Don't forget Nickelodeon All-Stars.
And Nickelodeon. And that's kind of what I'm getting to. Like, every video game thing now is like, guess who's gonna show up in this one? Like, they got like the Nickelodeon All-Stars game. They got the Super. I'm getting into it. Super Monkey Ball, and they're adding all these different characters. And then Fortnite is like, don't forget us. So, Grant, if you could please drag this over to the folks at home. Maybe you didn't see this one coming. Guess who's coming to Fortnite? It's Martin Luther King Jr., everybody. I'm seeing some shocked faces. That's exactly how I felt this morning when I saw this. I mean, at first, I laughed. And then I thought about it a little more, and then for a brief moment, I thought it was a good idea.
Whoa, slow down.
Hear me out.
We need to expand on this right now.
Because, okay, kids love Fortnite. What better way to get kids involved in learning about history than with this? And I thought, okay, maybe it's not so bad. I've been saying for years, like, VR is going to be the future of education. Kids want to be immersed, like, fully to, learn. They're going to want to get more interested. And then I realized that this actually launched today, and clips of the game came out. Actually, Grant, if you want to play, there's a trailer here. This is like, get hyped, everybody.
When I first saw it, I was like, ooh, I have a tweet.
So, if you want to pull this up, we got, this is the reveal trailer. I saw her, I couldn't be in this one, but...
My favorite is when they have the post-credits reveal of Rosa Parks.
Those points.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to do like a lecture for this, right? Did you say you wanted to stand up and sort of point out elements on the screen?
Yeah.
Sorry, TV.
If you could just hit play, Grant.
This is going to be the most disrespectful.
Jesus. For the listeners at home, we have a Kevin Fortnite dancing man in front of us.
This is shameful.
Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation. Then feel ready for every
I'm sorry. This is where they lost me.
I like that both Rick and Morty and Wolverine can be there.
Oh, they will be. Don't worry. So, thank you.
What's all this about racism, bub?
We really are four white guys doing a podcast, aren't we?
Yeah.
Certainly are.
You can go ahead and have a seat.
I mean, when I first saw this, I want to know if everybody had the same reaction where you had to like Google to see if it's real, then you found one that confirmed it, and then you had to Google it again just to be sure the first one wasn't lying, because I did that.
Brandon, when I learned about this morning at work, I stared into the middle distance for a solid half hour because I was convinced we were in the dumbest possible simulation.
Oh, get ready, Mark.
How does Horst D. Wormer seem smarter than this?
Get ready for some gameplay footage, everybody.
Poor little children.
There he is.
And this is where the end of my thought process stopped for a minute. I'm like, this is not a good idea.
We have Superman and we have Rick dancing.
He's got some sort of special skin. How about that? So, judge not by the color or the Rick of our Superman skin, but by the whatever.
Not judged by the color of the Rick of our Superman
What
skin.
am I don't know.
I thought you were going to show gameplay footage. This just looks like colorized, like film footage.
I think that's
Yeah, this is
gameplay footage. I think
no,
that's it.
They're at Selma right now.
Yeah, it's so realistic now.
But again, this is just one of my favorite categories of things ever is things where they meant well. They meant well,
Did
but
they?
God, this did not go over the right way, you know?
Did they
Yes.
mean what? Like that's always my question. Is like, man, if you intended well and you just really frigged it up, like I don't know.
I mean, go ahead.
I think they maybe like meant well, but then they like the thought stopped right there. Like they didn't think about anything after that.
They're like, money.
I like to imagine like the boardroom was having their meeting and they pitched it and like they just told executives like we will end racism, and then he stood up and started clapping. I like to imagine also there's going to be pushback in like Apex Legends, like this month only you can use the N-word legally no matter who you are. We will give you $1 every time you say it.
I mean, the interesting question this poses is who's next?
Oh.
Who can they add in now? I'm wondering. All sorts of historical figures are on the table. Anyone's fair game. I'm thinking Hitler.
I'm sure Hitler's already in Fortnite.
He lives on, and I don't know where the mindsets of the players. But no, I do think that I could see them using a lot of like teachable moments and stuff in Fortnite.
Honestly, like, fuck. I hate to defend this. Look at how much I hate this right now. I hate to defend this because, like, you're seeing all this, like, shit about, what is it? Critical race theory is, like, now the big buzzword that everybody's debating. And as a result, there's being legislation that's passed against, like, quote unquote, teaching critical race theory to children, which is a college level course, by the way. Like, it's not just like kids don't read legal documents and discuss critical race theory. They're just teaching them like racism, you know? And like Texas has been banning the teaching of racism, including the teaching of like the fact that Martin Luther King Jr. was like a person and existed. And it's like, so what do we do about that? We put him on Fortnite.
I hate how much I agree with this too. It's really sad, but I was just thinking about it too. It's like how most kids these days don't even know like back 4 presidents anymore. Like what's the chance they're gonna know Martin Luther King at this point? So Fortnite's our daddy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The public sector really has failed us, and we need to make this stuff privatized.
Anybody here play this yet? Has anyone here played Fortnite? Do I have any 8-year-olds in the audience? Okay, so I guess we gotta punish Fortnite.
Oh, this feels weird now that we agreed with it.
Yeah, but this is one of those things where it's like it's an entire misfire, but it's one of those things when I saw it on Twitter this morning, I'm like, oh, thank God this happened for the live show. I can't wait.
I do know here's some more information to sort of pad out and flesh out some of the story of this, because I know that the King estate has very tight intellectual property control over this speech in particular. So they leased it out to this game. Like Fortnite said, hey, can we use this? And they said yes. So I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Like I don't really know what to make
I don't know
this.
either.
Like I can sit here and make snarky fucking white guy internet terminally online comments about it, but it's like I don't know what can I do? What can any of us do in the grand scope of things?
Anyone?
You know?
We're asking. It's not
Yeah, we're asking.
Yeah, actually, if anybody does know how to solve racism, we'd really like to hear that right now. And if it's going to happen anywhere, once again, it's on a podcast with 4 white guys.
Anyway, to punish them, I'm thinking. You said you had one, didn't you, Grant?
Yes.
Oh, no.
This is gonna be a fucking dumb joke. I'm embarrassed that I'm gonna do this, but $19 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
Oh, my God.
Serious?
No.
Oh, Jesus. That made a loud enough clang where that could have hurt somebody.
I'm that X-Men guy.
What's his name? Gambit. Gambit, yes. Anyway.
That was it. That was the joke.
Glad we figured that out.
That's all that I got.
Do I have any, so what did I say, gamers last time? Do I have any music enjoyers in the audience tonight? Because, let me read you this headline. Nirvana Baby sues...
That's not a good one.
Nirvana Baby sues band alleging child pornography. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I didn't know babies could sue somebody, let alone speak very well. Spencer Eldon, now 30, is suing over the iconic Nevermind album art. Now, I'm going to put this on the screen, and I'm well aware that this is child...
Oh, you want to put child pornography
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
well
screen?
aware, and you are all complicit to it. Oh, no!
We've all seen this album cover.
I'm going to cover that up.
Thank you. All right, we're safe. For the listeners at home, he put the little mouse over his little pee-pee.
All right, let's not get too involved in the process of talking about this.
So
Let's
famous,
scroll down a little bit. We've seen this.
iconic album art for Nirvana's album Nevermind. Now here's Spencer. This is not. What was it say? I can't read this fucking screen. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's not so easy, is it?
No, it's incredibly hard. So anyway, so I guess I wish I could find. I wish I prepared better. But
That's like the whole theme of this show is I wish I had prepared better.
He's been taking these photos in this pool like for every 5 years. There's something on it. We'll fucking Google it. It's pictures of a time lapse throughout his whole life. He's swimming in the pool where he was a baby with, he's got his, you know what, hanging out.
Pee-pee.
I'm asking you, do you know what that is?
No. Penis.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Tootsie Roll.
And yeah, $1 bill and a Tootsie Roll, somebody said. So he's suing them now, and I'm thinking like, okay, so somebody pointed out, I don't know how well this picks up in the picture, but he has Nevermind tattooed across his chest. And it's like, he's saying that this has been causing him like psychic damage, it's been causing him mental distress, and yeah, I don't buy it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't buy it. He says, yeah, he has suffered and will continue to suffer lifelong damages.
The more I think about this, and I'm sorry I have to be so gross and put it out there, the only reason I could think he's so upset, he got a little baby dick?
Well, he was a
He got a
baby.
little baby dick? Think about it. If I was out there hanging out my little baby dong and I was like fine as I got older and, secured my masculinity and manhood,
It's
I'd be
true.
fine. But if I saw that little dick and I still had that little dick when I was older, I'd be like, that's child pornography. Take it down.
Okay, he's still wearing pants too because we all know that he never grew.
Yeah, you know what? He needs to hang out his dong
This.
now so he can prove that he don't got that little baby dick.
He actually tried and the photographer wouldn't let him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God somebody knows more about this than we do.
Got your ass, Brandon.
Yeah,
She
well,
fucking got you.
I thought I had the solution, but you know what? I can do science theory. I can read science.
It is one of those things where, I grew up in the 90s. Round of applause for all the 90s kids out there. Great. That's about the amount of enthusiasm.
Be proud
I
of yourselves.
I always was sort of like weird about this photo, but I mean, there is like an artistic level of expression where it's like the messaging is pretty clear. It's a baby in a swimming pool and it's catching $1 on a fish hook.
I don't get it.
Not fun.
It's one of those things where it's like I don't think people are really thinking of it in that way. Like it makes me itchy and weird to think about it in the way that people think that they're thinking about it.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, what the fuck? Are you having a stroke? Somebody call 911.
See, this is why I like baby dick theory better.
Yeah.
Stop saying that phrase. Making me
It's
uncomfortable.
funny. Baby dick funny.
BDT, baby dick theory.
Here's the thing, though. It's like we've made nudity such a weird, just like taboo in society where it shouldn't be at all. Like if you see a naked baby and like it's a naked baby, I've seen so many naked babies in my life. I have a big family. That's not supposed to sound weird.
What do you say? No. I don't want to hear that
It's
shit.
natural.
Yeah.
Well, right, and like I think the point is that this isn't like explicitly supposed to be sexualized. And
Exactly.
Thank you for elaborating.
Right, no, but I'm like I remember Kurt Cobain, like God rest his soul, whoever he
he's
would vote
definitely
for in the next election. I remember him saying something along the lines of like, yeah, like this is just supposed to be art. Like
It's supposed to be funny.
if you're
Look at it. It's a
about
baby
it.
penis. It's funny.
Baby penis somehow sounds worse. It's like perverted scientists.
Get that blown up on the screen there.
Jesus.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
done,
I mean,
I'm done.
Grant hit it hit the nail on the head there. It's like you shouldn't. There's no thing about a baby where it should be sexualized to begin with. It's just a naked baby. That's where it makes me concerned that people have that reaction.
And
Just saying, go to the Art Institute. You'll see so many naked babies.
Yeah. Brandon's all the hookups on.
Gotta love it, man.
Yeah, this is. We're not talking. You know what? Now let's move on from the baby
No,
stuff.
we're going back.
Let's.
Punishments. Punishments are in order.
Well, I was going to talk more about like the actual lawsuit.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not a lawyer here. I think so. There's like I guess 10 parties involved in the lawsuit, and he's suing them each for $150,000. Which, like, honestly, just give him the money. Apparently, there was a controversy over they paid him like $200 or something like that when he was a kid.
Yeah.
His parents, they paid him $200.
It'd be funny to give
What's a
him
baby gonna do with that $200, Brandon? Come
I
on,
don't know
he's
if
your
that's
dad.
right. What's he gonna
He's gonna spend him on car keys to chew on.
buy a bunch of Pampers?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
Diapers and a subscription to the Barney streaming network.
Can you even see the album cover? He's gonna eat that dollar. The album cover is saying dollars are tasty.
Yeah, like, and also, what is he gonna? They're getting $200. He's gonna eat 200 of these. I'm surprised he's not dead. Anyway, I had something interesting to say and I forgot.
But I think child nudity. No,
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I remember what it was. Somebody in the Discord said something about. Oh yeah, by the way, we have a Thought Cops Discord. I was gonna say scroll down, whatever. You can't do it, but we have a Thought Cops Discord, and somebody in there, apologies, I don't remember who it was, said that the only reason he's suing is probably because these pictures he keeps taking, he stopped getting as many likes.
That's really good.
Yeah, I remember it being like a thing when he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna remake this album cover," and he did it maybe 5 times.
How many likes we got up there, Grant? 600. That's not a lot. I mean, for such an iconic guy. If I were him, I'd sue too.
Those are rookie numbers for sure.
I'd be like 1,000 likes or bust.
Apparently, there was also a thing where I guess he's like an artist or something, and he invited, almost as bad as a podcaster. He invited, I guess, Dave Grohl and Kurt. He invited them.
Kurt Cobain.
What is
No,
this?
the bassist.
Chris,
whatever his fucking name is. I don't know. I'm over here memorizing the members of Nirvana in my spare time. I don't think so. He invited them to like his gallery opening, and they didn't show up. And then his first move was like, "I'm gonna fucking sue these people."
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Honestly, though, just like give them the money. Who cares?
Yeah.
You don't need it.
Yeah. Is that the punishment? We can move on from this?
I would love to.
Okay, great. Uh-oh, Grant, guess what's happening now?
I don't know. You keep reaching over me. What?
Jeopardy's in jeopardy. Have you guys been keeping up with the latest news on Jeopardy?
Yeah.
They're trying to find
Y'all watch Jeopardy?
That's right. Everybody in our audience is 60 years old. Hey,
Yeah. 8-year-olds, 60-year-olds. We run the gamut here. So no, we got
nothing in between.
Yeah. Oh no, Jeopardy's other host is pretty bad too. So I don't know if you guys have seen. They're trying to find a new host of the show Jeopardy. I don't know if you guys have heard of Jeopardy. It's kind of this funny thing where they say, trying to think how to explain it. They say a question, or no, they say the answer. They got to answer in a question. It's so confusing. I never fucking got it. Too stupid for it.
I mean, what is Jeopardy? That's a good one. Shout out to the audience members of that.
So I guess this is one of the people from Big Bang Theory. As I'm reading the article for the first time here.
I believe that's.
I've never seen this woman before.
I believe that's Mrs. Bazinga.
Yeah, this is Miam Bazinga, neuroscientist and sitcom actor, is the last remaining host of Jeopardy. Yada yada yada. Let's find out what the problem is here. God, there's a lot more to this story than I thought there was.
So to catch everybody up, because we don't need to read the article, Alex Trebek died, rest in peace. Everybody knows that, right?
No.
And then for a couple of weeks, sorry to have you learn. Spoiler!
I was only on season 2.
Yeah.
Season 2, what are you watching from the 70s on up?
Don't they have them on Netflix though, like in seasons?
Yeah. I don't think that it's like all of them.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah. But so Alex Trebek dies, and then they're looking for the new host of Jeopardy. So they had a bunch of other like guest celebrity hosts. Dr. Oz was one of them. LeVar Burton, yeah. LeVar Burton was one of them.
They should have gone with LeVar. It would have been so easy. Why did?
Well, that was like the popular choice. I think everyone was like, yeah, the guy that did Reading Rainbow, he should do Jeopardy. Like,
There you go.
Exactly, but that's not what happened.
But then these Hollywood fat cats came in with their Mrs. Bazingas, and look at where we are now.
Well, and so before her, there was a man by the name of Michael Richards.
Oh boy.
Who he got up there, and they were like, "No, not you.
Yeah, no,
not you, no sir."
No, we were at the Laugh Factory. We saw your set in 2007. No, thank you.
Really? They had Kramer on there?
No,
Not
it was a different guy.
There's Mike. This is Mike Richards, not Michael Richards. Which
Right.
you know, I wouldn't have said whatever. But I found out what the problem is.
Yeah.
They said while providing context about the benefits of home birth, she said she gave credence to the idea that babies who can't survive a natural birth aren't favored evolutionary and should pass peacefully. What is eugenics?
There we go. I also did want to come on and apologize for, I think, the first 2 episodes on. I kept joking that I was heavily into eugenics. And I realized that people might not realize I was joking.
And nobody would have known otherwise if you hadn't brought it up.
Right. I'd like to say I don't think eugenics is a good thing, and I'm very brave.
Okay.
Yeah, we learned a lot this episode.
We really have. We've come a long way. So
yeah, this Mike
proud Zionist as well. It says here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
This Mike Richards guy, I guess he also had said some unsavory things. I don't even remember what. He was chosen to be the Jeopardy host like for a week, and then they're like, no, not you.
Well, he can't go ahead.
He was an executive producer. He chose himself.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I mean, it can't be this fucking hard, right? Like, just get up there, read the cue cards. That's it. You don't even have to know anything. The answers are on the fucking cards. I'll do it. I probably shouldn't do it. So let's punish.
It's not that hard. You just get a Google Doc. You bring 2 or 3 of your friends with you. You set up on stage. You read what's on the Google Doc. It's easy.
Easier said than done. I'll say that much. So yeah, punishment here. Grant, what do you think?
I have no idea.
Martin, what do you think?
Double Jeopardy. They have to host 2 shows at the same time.
I like it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, double. What was the rules for that again? Double Jeopardy.
You can't do it. It's illegal.
And all of my knowledge of Double Jeopardy comes from Arrested Development. I just think it means you can't be charged for the same crime twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. My solution is that they keep everything the same with a new producer every week, but it is Hunger Game rules.
Okay. I think
Or Battle Royale for the nerds out there.
I was gonna say,
I think they were doing that for a while though, because after Trebek passed, they had a bunch of guest hosts, which I think LeVar Burton was one of them, if I recall.
yeah, I said that like 3 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
What is callback?
What is key to the city? I'll answer it myself. Key to the city, we like to move on to something positive, something uplifting, something nice, something swell, something sweet at the end of the show. My key to the city this week goes to the account on Twitter. Let's hope it's still up. Yes, it is.
I know this guy. I love him.
My key to the city goes to Sir Mortimer, the Basset Hound. Now, this is just this Twitter account for this German Basset Hound, and they just post pictures of this fat dog where it says, "Oh, du bringst mir einen Snack?" Just a lot of really good stuff.
There's
like
something
that.
so funny about the idea of a dog talking in German.
Hallo? Ich habe a hunger.
I wonder what that means.
I couldn't tell you. Just basically this dog, like, living the life that we all wish we had, just sleeping and talking and thinking about snacks and with a little...
He's so fucking cute.
Got a blade of grass on his nose. How about that? I'm gonna like this on Grant's page. Martin, you got anything? You said, I know you like to focus on not negative, so if you have a positive for us, I'll take it.
Sure. I've been following a YouTuber who I've really grown to like. Her name is Hazel. Her channel is just called Hazel. And first video of hers I saw was like a 16-minute small retrospective on Moral Orel, which I love Moral Orel. I think it's my favorite Adult Swim show. Which I don't know if anyone's ever seen it. It's Davey and Goliath parody that gets real depressing and real fucking good.
It's like the stop motion animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm familiar with this YouTube channel because I feel like we watch a lot of the same stuff. So I haven't seen it, but I probably would like it. So I'll bet.
She semi-recently put out like a 45-minute video on Elfen Lied, and I don't know if anyone else was a depressed teenager in 2006, but that anime is so fucking violent, and it's such a good nostalgic trip. Don't check it out now. It's very problematic.
It's like a naked chick just floats around and makes people's bodies explode or something.
Yeah, it's an anime.
And the two cousins, and on that note, I believe the two main characters are also cousins and in love.
Yeah, it's an anime.
Brandon, what do you got for us?
I was originally going to recommend Kamen Rider Kuga because it's all free on Shout Factory, but I realized nobody would give a shit.
What were the words you just said?
It's a classic Japanese tokusatsu show about the legends and perils of the common... No, okay, listen, I'm going to do instead...
What were the words you just said?
Okay, let's just recommend a really, I think, the best album of the year right now. I'm going to say it even though we're only, 8 months into the year. Japanese Breakfast's album, Jubilee. Listen on Spotify. It's so fucking good. I just keep listening over and over again, thinking about how the world is crumbling so quickly, but in a good way. It feels good.
In a good way.
We've been at the top for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant, what do you got for us?
The people that showed up to tonight's event. Give yourself a round of applause.
Not again.
I got
You did
nothing.
it last time too, and it's fucking lazy.
I got nothing else.
We just married them. Let's
Yeah.
All right.
Some of us weren't here last time.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fine.
some people weren't here last time. So the people that weren't here, and also some of the people that were too.
I was gonna say only the people who showed up again.
No, everybody gets a key to the city.
Yeah. And let's move on to our Thought Cops word of the week. Teachable moment of the show, number 5. Thought Cops word of the week is gerblin. If I can find the cursor. There it is.
Yeah, not so easy, is it?
I told you, it's an incredibly challenging task. So, well, wait, you guys gotta see this.
Yeah, they have to see it, yeah.
You guys gotta see this.
Oh, God.
So this is, we'll learn, actually you'll pick up a lot of stuff here.
Like a disease?
It's a whole vocabulary lesson.
You might get a disease if you cook whatever this recipe is, yes.
Make lemon cake. Prepare the firebox. George Washington's disgusting Durban eggs.
Durban.
Emily. Zest the sourmore. Yeah. Sweet rocks. And now incorporate.
So you all think it's depressing when I think the human race should perish? You're gonna tell me I'm wrong?
Watching this makes me wish I was always dead.
Changing balloons, but one at a time. Lord.
We're an imperial nation that runs on blood. This is what we do with it. I just want to say that real quick.
This is freedom.
Tears racist called out in the media. Whiskey and the buttery moon. Unionize.
Urban shortening, we just heard that.
For the glory of the urban empire.
If I may speak as someone who spent way too much money in culinary school to pursue a degree in baking and pastry, this is just a bad skit. Like, they don't even offer any sort of like measurements. This is not a tutorial. This is just look how quirky and terrible I am.
Also, it took me about 30 views to figure out that if you look, this is basically just
You watched this more than once?
maybe like 40.
Kevin, are you okay?
No. But like this person is just a minion.
Oh yeah.
Look at the way they're dressed. The way they talk. Well, the only thing missing is the goggles.
Do you think that's on purpose?
I think so, because like listen to how they're talking.
Says the sour boy.
Yeah, but pause it.
Speak.
The minions go.
I mean, they took some liberties, okay? Let's be honest.
They can say banana.
Yeah. We know that much. That's for fucking damn sure.
Yeah. Hey, can we get a round of applause for the minions real quick?
No. I'm not doing it.
I respect your right.
Thank you.
Anyway, thought cops word of the week. Gerblin or Gerblin? I don't know.
Who cares?
I think it's cum guzzling, I want to say.
Yeah.
That should make a comeback, right? It's a fun term.
Cum guzzler?
Yeah.
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 What are some other things people used to say in 2006?
Epic.
Epic. Dead babies.
You had a lot more leet speak back then. I miss that.
Yeah.
That should make a comeback.
I don't know if I'd say I miss it, but also like everything's pretty bad now, so I'll take it.
What if we just woke up tomorrow and like Mega Tokyo was popular again? For the people who know, they know.
I would not complain.
I would, a lot.
I mean, it's better than whatever that was we just watched.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that.
So yeah, we don't have any voicemails this week because I told people not to call us because we're doing a live show. Hey, don't call me, I'm busy. So
Can I just do it real quick, just in honor of the voicemail?
Brandon, you're on the show. You don't have to do a voicemail.
yeah, we'll apply about anything.
I have a minute and a half long one if we want to do that real quick.
Yeah, actually,
Not really.
dude, I want to hear it.
Okay.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
So we cut this from the YouTube version.
It wasn't 30 seconds, we're fine. Leave it.
We're fine. Keep it. We're going live.
Well, but speaking of voicemails, though, I don't know why that was brought up. But speaking of them,
I don't know either.
Usually,
hey, we're not going to do those.
Usually, this is the part of the show where we do the audience participation segment, where somebody walks up and they do their own 2 minutes of hate.
I feel like there was a but coming. You know, like usually we do it here, but
Well,
guess
yeah,
what,
no,
buddy?
that was it. We're not doing that. We're doing the live show.
We're making it even better for you this time because last time, like, come on up here, say your piece, do a shot of Malort. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but we don't have any Malort today. We got cookies instead.
Yeah, eat a
Lot
cookie
better.
and then stumble through a couple sentences.
Sure. So anybody want to go up? Anyone got anything to say? Say your piece. Say what's going on in your mind.
Josh, you got that
Treat
mic.
this like therapy. Josh, are you running up to the stage?
I'm bringing the mic up.
Oh,
What a great first person to go.
Josh,
No, come back.
Listen, I know it's a 7 o'clock on a Thursday
That's
podcast,
as far
and we
as
all have
we
so
go.
much
Is that
energy,
as long as
our
the
hearts might
cable
explode.
is?
But you gotta calm yourself
Yes.
down and do
That's as
questions.
long as the cable is.
Yes.
Shit.
That's
Who wants to
fine.
stand where Josh
I
is?
guess you could come here. You could sort of get in front of
Who
me.
wants to place himself like a David Lynch
Right
shot?
there, right there. Sir, come on up. Come on up.
Where do we go? Like, Shakira shirt over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for the listeners at home, he's wearing a Shakira shirt, but it's Akira style.
It's Shakira, get it.
Wait until is that mic on?
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, turn
blow into
them
it.
levels up.
Oh, you gotta turn the mic on.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Is that working?
Shakira Akira combination shirt. You can Google it. You'll find it. It's very funny.
And first of all, thank you, Greg, for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Greg is my ex podcast host, co-host. We used to host a podcast together years and years ago. He's also been on
I
Thoughtcast
advise you not to watch it.
What was the podcast?
Oh,
Don't worry about it. Hey, anyway.
Inward, the podcast.
Hey, get this.
Exactly. We talked about eugenics and child porn all day.
Yeah.
Hey, that's mine.
We come a long way. Hey, three white guys talked about the movies they liked.
Yeah,
You ever heard of that before?
Our podcast?
Yeah, that is actually
Our podcast, I believe.
We did it
You got
first.
your idea from me and Kevin.
Yeah. You must have found the one episode that's still on SoundCloud for some reason. Anyway, Greg, I'm sorry. Please say your piece.
My 2 minutes of hate is I just hate Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
If you follow him online, it's all he does is just like posting pictures of your pets or like read this poem for me and no, fuck off.
Yeah.
It's annoying. I don't know what he's trying to get out of it. I don't know if he's making money off of it, but fuck it.
Well, I know that he had like a channel called like Hit Record or something like that. And
he
it
has
was like,
something in
yeah, it was like this big collaborative project where everybody submits their own content. We make a big content thing, and it's like you're just capitalizing on other people's
exactly
shit.
it.
Like they can just put it up on YouTube. Like,
Sure.
What the fuck is this? You're just making money off the backs of other people, which that's capitalism.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to say is I like Kamen Rider. I don't know what people
Thank you. Hey, wait, real quick, what's your favorite Kamen Rider?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I don't know him that well. I'm married, dude. Come on.
Fuck you.
We got a false Kamen Rider fan right here.
He was just being polite.
You could have said W, you could have said Gaim, you could have said fucking Forze, one of the throwaway ones everyone likes, but they don't go for the deep ones like Ryuki or the fucking Faz.
2006, Brandon, ring a bell.
What's the one with the motorcycle helmet and the bad explosions?
That's all.
Which one? Yeah,
that's all.
Every Kamen Rider.
Anyone else?
We're boring, Grant. Would somebody else go?
Sure.
What's up? How you doing, Augie?
I'm the Augie. I'm the killer of Kevin.
That's true. Don't dodge me.
That's the podcasting life.
Yeah.
My bad for doxing you.
No, as long as you don't give the address of our workplace, we'll be okay. But what's bothering you? Tell us what's on your mind. 2 minutes of hate.
Well, the bullshit that's going on with Afghanistan.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole Afghanistan thing. Yeah.
You know,
If only we could get to the bottom of who did it, who caused all
It's
this.
a classic predominant.
exactly, and it's been going on for 20 years, which is
Yeah.
even the more crazier part.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is just the buzzkill that YouTube ads give me every time.
Oh yeah, that's a round of applause.
Definitely comparable.
My boyfriend and I, we just started the process of making our home into a smart home with Alexa. So I guess she's been picking up on his Spanish whenever he's talking to his cousin in Guatemala. Now we're getting YouTube ads in Spanish. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? So it's just adding more to the buzzkill.
They're getting smarter.
Getting smarter.
They're getting wiser.
Stupider. So yeah, that's my 2 minutes of hate.
This is a good one. That's succinct. That's perfect. I hate those
3 to 1,
ads.
yeah.
Okay, you started off strong and let us down easy.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Anybody else? Anybody want to go up?
We have 15 more minutes to kill for this show. Somebody do something.
I could start talking.
Hi.
Here we go.
Wait, hi. Does it have to be? Do you really want me to do an interrelated thing, or can I just do a not?
Just say words.
Say your piece.
I don't get carded anymore. Why?
For cigarettes or alcohol or both?
Yes.
Oh.
That's all I had.
There's a $19 Fortnite card over there.
I think it's sticking on somebody's forehead.
Also, I'm gonna get on board with this because I'm a vain person.
What did it say? For the win, Chicago.
Hell yeah.
For the win. But yeah, I don't like that I'm not carded anymore.
Why is it so sharp?
I feel like I should return fire.
You just got carded. Fortnite. Yeah, you learned something. It's a. You can see history.
Can I make a punishment?
Yeah.
The punishment is they have to get me a facelift so that I get carded again.
Okay.
I have a very weak ego or fragile ego, and it hurts. It keeps happening.
So your punishment is you get a free facelift.
Yes.
Always with the.
But it has to be like a punishment. Is it like by the Joker or something, or?
No, like a really good, like whoever did Ariana Grande's like plastic surgery, not the Kardashians, they are botched, but someone good. So yeah, here.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Josh, you might have holding that microphone up.
And hey, really quick, round of applause for Josh. He's been running the mic since 10 minutes here. Out of the goodness of his heart.
Also, not that hard. Good job too, because I was here for the last live show. And,
Oh, I did that one too.
I know, but you learned. That's what matters.
And that was mostly on me.
I don't know why I'm so spicy tonight, but I'm sitting into it, baby.
You're killing it. Josh, what's up, man?
Yeah, my 2 minutes paid is something that someone else posted in our Discord too.
Oh, it's also your Discord now.
It's mine.
Okay.
It's vernacular architecture.
Ugh.
It's just another one of those annoying TikToks of someone being way too smug, being like, you need to learn about this because society would be better. And it's
I hate how people are right, but that they're like really smug about it. That's when I'm wrong about everything, but that someone's condescending to me. That's the worst.
And there's a lot of that, but this person's not even right. And it's
who is it? Dox them down.
They're like shitting on AC and being like, oh, but we don't need AC because all of, if you look at all of these ancient homes, they had vernacular architecture, which is like building the house in a way that creates natural cooling systems, like building streams under the house or wind catchers that create natural ventilation. They're like, we could have done this. We could have built every single home. But also,
I'm going to cut you off for a second because this is the kind of stuff I skip over in the Discord because I see your avatar and I see 5 walls of text about architecture, and I'm like, I don't want to read this.
Like 70 years ago,
full respect, I don't want to read it.
The reason we like IC is because like 7 years ago, you lived to be 40 and everyone smelled like Grimes. So like,
I don't think that's true.
It is.
Yeah, I think they smell better.
No, I don't think that's true.
But yeah, this person just thinks we could have built like all of the skyscrapers in the shade, basically, and then we wouldn't need AC.
That's a big ass tree, dude.
That's insane. With palm trees the size of what? Skyscrapers?
That sounds like a fun Mario world, actually.
Yeah, that's from Sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pianta Village.
Yeah.
That sounds smart, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you, Josh. Did you want to have punishment for this one specific person you're mad at?
Yeah, they can't have AC.
No AC. Okay.
No AC for them. They gotta build a stream under their house.
Can I ask? Was it Ion Netrunner?
Who posted it?
Yeah.
It might have. I can't remember.
You don't even remember who it was?
Who posted it?
It doesn't matter. We're talking about.
I never forget my enemy's face.
It was a TikTok that someone shared.
But then somebody was arguing on behalf of this person. And
No. Oh no. No one was
Okay.
No. Nobody agreed with this.
All right. Well, sorry to throw Ion Netrunner under the bus, but
That's cool. He likes Space Jam: A New Legacy, so.
fuck him.
Oh. Friendship over with IO Netrunner.
Hey, Tom, you want to go?
Love to go.
Love to go. We got Tom from Roast Mortem Cast visiting from the Big Apple.
Sorry to ruin your trip.
Yeah.
No, this is the highlight. No, we've been.
You eat a bad hot dog?
Dude, what's up with food around here?
What's
You guys
good?
got water and shit? Anyway, no.
Yeah.
So I had a great time partying last night. Wonderful town. All jokes aside.
Thank you.
Brunch has been boiling my biscuits, per se. I went to a place, and I won't dox them. But I was sitting on the sidewalk, and as soon as we sat down, the host goes, here's your seat. And I go, okay, cool. So I sit down, immediately the table is wobbly, extremely wobbly. So I'm like, can I just move to that one? And the guy goes, they're all like that. So I say, they're all terrible? And he goes, yeah. Like straight face, like,
that sucks,
all right,
man.
cool. So I went over to wood chips next to the old, this tree next to me, and I made the chims. Just like my shit. And I bothered this couple next to me. They thought it was very weird. And they left. And then who replaced them was a man. Well, I'll never forget. He sat down and cracked open a Marquis de Sade book. Now I'm assuming he had a violent erection.
What the fuck?
Flying. Just thinking about how he's going to erupt later. And I am just ordering Egg Benedict, and it's like, I don't want this anymore, because I'm thinking about that guy's boner. So, literature at brunch. Yeah, leave it at home, folks.
I just want to say, I am very impressed. I just was like, hey, Tom, you want to say something? He's like, yeah, I got a fucking 5-minute set.
It's pretty good.
And it was gripping, too. I mean,
It's a roller coaster of emotions. I didn't know where you were going.
Hey, I'm constantly throbbing. Maybe not as much as that guy, but, you know.
I mean,
I have a moment.
Who wants to be horny at brunch?
I'm saying, dude. And I'm like, come on.
What's up with that?
The guy was like, you know, he's going home to paddles that all have studs on them. It's just like, I'm going to get my ass so raw before sitting down at brunch, like, all right. I got to sit down.
a meal,
But I'm very happy to be here.
absolutely.
Oh,
Thank you so
thanks.
much for coming. It's nice.
A lot of fun.
You've also been on our show before, so it's
Yeah.
nice to.
I owe you an
finally-
apology, actually, because I got hammered on your show. And
I mean,
it was rough to listen back to, but you guys are great. So,
Oh, thank
if I remember correctly, we gave the key to the city to Jeffrey Epstein that episode.
Did we do our keys? Oh,
yeah.
Of course, there's always an explanation for these things happening, but I can never remember them.
No context needed.
Nah,
Yeah.
Actually, no, I remember what it was. It was you. You said that Jeffrey Epstein brought the country back together.
He did. Because if you think about it, you know, the right and the left in this country, they're at odds. But as soon as he died, everyone was like, this is an inside
This is
job.
the weirdest thing I've thought about, but like for years I've been sad that we lost Kanye West to just general unmedicated madness and he should get therapy. But anyways.
Oh, real quick, Brandon, on that note, thank you to everybody who chose to come here tonight instead of the Kanye show that's also happening in the same city.
Another,
But I used to-
reason for everyone to get the key to the city.
I used to love him so much, like literally like Graduation, like College Dropout, I love those albums still. And there's nothing I could ever bring him back. But if one day he just on his Twitter account in all caps tweeted Jeffrey Epstein innocent, I'd be like, he's back. We got our boy back.
Was that it?
Anybody else want to follow that up so we don't have a show on that note?
Please let us end on that note.
It's possible it could just end right now, and we're gonna give it back to Jeffrey Epstein.
Can we have a moment of silence for Jeffrey Epstein?
No, we can't. Anybody else? Anybody 2 minutes of hate?
I think we're all tapped out.
Anybody have a funny anecdote?
If you're trying to eat time, I have a key to the city.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, it's this song, and this is, I'm going to give credit to Ionet Runner too, because he posted this in the Discord as well, and I love him, and I want him to know that we don't hate him.
Yeah, we don't.
We do
So
love him.
it's this song from the remake of Link's Awakening on Switch.
I thought he's about to sing first.
Dude, I kind of want to hear that. Can you? Oh, it sounds great, King.
Oh, yeah. Buzz on, King.
Worked before. Hold on.
Well, yeah. Josh, we got.
Did you put the auxiliary jack all the way in?
Whatever. I can't get it to work, but
I just heard it.
Cut this out, Zoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll add it in post for everybody sitting in the room right now.
I had the phone thing working before, but it's not working now.
What's I'm not gonna play. I was gonna play it on my phone. I'm like, this show's already like such a mess. I cannot go out playing something off of my phone speakers. But...
Look it up later. It's called Animal Town.
Oh, Animal Town. Yeah. I know Animal
It's
Town.
wonderful. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, on that note,
that just about wraps the show. Thank you all so much for coming. I know there's a pandemic happening. There's a Kanye show happening, and we're all here anyway tonight on 7 p.m. on a Thursday. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much to Martin and Brandon for coming on the show.
thank you guys for the cookies. Thank you, Absolutely.
Listen to Podzooky.
It's a very, you know what, I'll say this. It's a very fun podcast. We originally started to talk about kaiju and Godzilla movies, and now we just watch Small Soldiers with Slam the Garbage Man. So he had so much passion for that movie.
That does not surprise me.
It's our longest episode.
It is like a whole breakdown about like how it's a good critique on capitalism and how we just have a post-ironic world that doesn't truly appreciate media anymore.
Sounds about right. You guys want to again plug your Twitter, Instagram, whatever?
Oh yeah, follow me at Kirkman Brandon. It's how it kind of sounds, I guess. Kirkman Brandon. I just want to get to 1,000 and I can finally not feel pain again.
Let's make it happen.
Follow me on Instagram. I'm at Weird Thrift Shop Finds. I like going to thrift shops, and I usually post something interesting once a day.
It's a great account.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And you were kind enough to give me a Simpsons tie and then grant a Death Note baseball bat from the thrift store.
Yeah. So I think it was someone's first like wood burning project. I found them in a pair. It was one that had the logo for Death Note, and then the other one had Boss Baby on it.
I think 2 sides of the same coin.
The ultimate Shinigami, Boss Baby.
They're practicing them in Yowie panels.
And then once again, you can find Kamen Rider Kuga on Shout Factory TV. I think it's one of the best of the series because it's like, what if X-Files met Power Rangers?
Huh.
What if?
What if?
The question we've all been asking. Also, Jeffrey Epstein is saying.
Thank you guys for coming. Good night.
See you.
Oh, he's savants, I guess, to this song.